long story long, after many phone calls and convincing HP that this is what he's doing and this is why he's doing it and all that stuff, they agreed to send him a $200 check.
That's the right thing to do.
Have you ever done that where you've like pushed and pushed beyond past?
Like past the point of where you're supposed to kind of.
Well, most 99% of the people would be like, nah, that sucks. I guess I'm not gonna be able to do that. I just give up. I know, me too.
I'm like the kind that guy that I'll try certain things. I got a couple little tricks when you go into Best Buy and you're trying to return something,
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of like, it's not worth my time to sit there.
I know.
I don't want to write letters over Vista,
Well, I actually, a friend of mine just had twins, and they were premature.
Oh,
and so there was a lot, I mean, they're fine now, but there was a lot of medical bills, and we were having dinner, and he said, it's really crazy because with health insurance, so much stuff, they said, oh yeah, that's not covered. And then when he would call and actually spend a day and talk to somebody and say, well, but this is covered, so why is this not covered? And they would be like, oh yeah, I guess that's right. He said that they've actually saved $20,000.
It's insane. Absolutely.
And that most people would just go, oh, that's not covered? That sucks. And he said, he was like, but I spent my days like on the phone calling this. Why is this not covered? Why is that covered? This should be covered. This is what my, all this stuff. And it's really crazy because a lot of times it's that extra little boomph that can really reap rewards.
Well, yeah, it's absolutely true. I think I've had that happen before. I tried to cancel a credit card one time, and I called them up and I was like, they hate doing that.
And then they send you a bill. They're like, oh, but you still have $4 worth of interest.
What was really crazy to me is I paid it off. I'm like, okay, I'm canceling this card. I got on the phone, and my interest rate was like something insane, really high.
19, 20%.
Yeah, like something crazy. And I got on the phone, and I'm like, they're like, why are you trying to cancel? Like, we just need to know a reason why. And I'm like, well, the interest rate's just insane. They're like, okay, well, we'll drop it down for you. I'm like that? Like, they'll just drop, and they're like, yeah, well, we can cut it down, like 40%. I'm like, just by calling, I could have had a cheaper interest rate. It's like, try that, because
especially with credit cards.
Especially when you say like, I'm ready to cancel.
Yeah, I actually
they'll go to drastic measures to keep you.
I actually did that because you can get those 0% interest rate like introductory, and of course we shouldn't be giving people credit card advice because Lord knows you can really get fucked with credit cards.
I know. I have been.
Oh my God, man.
I have been in the past. I'm finally out of that mess.
Oh my God.
It took me a long time to get out of that mess, dude. It took me years to get out of that mess.
You can get so far behind that ball without even realizing.
I got really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
What was it like?
I want to say. It was really high. I had
I have a pretty good amount of debt.
Well, when I first started working at Tech TV, I was making jack shit.
Yeah.
Like really low, and
you were buying.
And I was living in San Francisco.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
I was when I was a production assistant. Before. They were like salary range for PAs at Tech TV at the time was like 25 to 35K a year.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a few of you out there that are like, well, in my town that sounds great. Not in San Francisco.
Not in San Francisco, man.
San Francisco, you got to make at least 45 to 50 to even get by in San Francisco.
With
like as a single person.
Yeah.
Because rent is like $1,000 a month, And so yeah, those were the times where I was like, okay, I wonder if they're gonna come in and repossess my car. Like Prayer used to lend me money. Remember that shit, Prayer? You'd give me.
He's like, oh yeah, you owe me $150,000. I forgot.
No, he would give me cash. I'd be like, I don't have the money until payday, and so Prayer would like give me a couple $100. He used to do that to a lot of people. Prayer was like the little bank of Tech TV.
That's awesome. How much interest was it?
He didn't charge interest. In fact,
no, but it is true that can creep up on a lot of people. A lot of people are actually talking about how they're mad at credit card companies for targeting college students. I mean, I got my first credit card in college.
Dude, I got my first credit card when I was 16.
What the fuck?
I lied and said I was 18 on the application. Because they were asking me. I was at the department store. It was a department store card. And, dude, I got like I think it was like a $700 limit. And back then, that was a shit ton of money.
Dude.
And I just spent it all in like 2 days.
I know, dude. I was the same way. I got a $600 limit on my credit card when I first got it.
And they had the shittiest stuff. Like I was at a department. It was like Mervyn's or something, right? And it was Mervyn's. And you go into Mervyn's and like they don't have anything cool. It's not like you can get like electronics, right? Or I don't know, maybe now they're like the Mervyn's.
Sears where you can get Transformers
if it was Sears,
and pants.
It'd have been cool. So I'm like, I need new Levi's. I want the silver tab. Hell yeah.
And silver tab. Fuck.
Dude, you remember
I love
those?
it. Dude, I used to work at a county seat, which was an all jeans store. Everything denim. I was like, I used to
Wow.
know the different like Levi's, like the 501s, the 505s, the boot cuts, the 515s, the 510s.
What did you wear?
I wore the silver tab.
Nice.
Had to, baby. Rock the silver tab, man.
Yeah, the silver tab were like a little step above the red
Yeah,
tab.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Love it. Dude, you remember all that shit in the 80s when you were like, I know what I'll do to make my millions. I'll just buy a bunch of Levi's
Take 'em
and
to
take them
Japan.
to Russia.
Yeah.
There was actually a head of the class episode where they went to Russia and the guy smuggled in Levi's. Like, that's how commonplace that joke was.
Isn't that insane?
Amazing. So if you don't like your EULA, you do have ramifications, although it's really weird. When was the last time you read a EULA?
I read every single one.
You might fuck.
Mindfuck. Mindfuck. What you just did
Yeah.
to me. No, I don't read them all.
Yeah,
I scroll the bottom and hit
Yeah,
yes.
no, me too. It's so bad. You could make some money putting in EULAs. Like,
Putting in crazy shit.
just crazy shit like, you now owe me your firstborn child. I accept.
Right. People just click that shit. You
I
don't
know,
even
dude.
think.
I know, well, because it's like 7,000 pages.
I always figure that there's somebody out there reading them, you know?
Yeah,
There's
and
like
it'll pop up
everybody
somewhere on the
knows.
web and be like, whoa, did you
be
see
on
this in the
Digg,
EULA? Yeah,
or it'll be
yeah.
on like one of these other sites, and then all of a sudden it'll be Ars Technica or something will be reporting, be like, do not agree to the EULA of Trillion or something because they get this, and you're like, oh, maybe I should
You're like,
install that.
oh, I should go back and
Or the
not
EFF,
accept
or somebody will report on
it. Yeah,
it. If
well,
it's
the
that
EFF
bad.
will find it. They probably read every single thing that comes out.
They love that shit.
I know, that's where they make their money.
Who does that? Who's like gets off on that? I guess there's certain kinds of people that are just like, I just love to read legal documents.
Oh my God, dude, I don't know how lawyers can survive without poking their eyes out.
Yeah.
When I see contracts, like I get contracts and I'm like, look, I'll read through them and like my eyes
Oh, I
fucking,
hate that shit.
I can't.
You know, I hear that.
Although I get why lawyers cost so much money, dude.
You know who has the highest rate of suicide among professionals?
Accountants?
No.
Hookers?
Probably up there. Fuck, I forgot. Dentists.
Dentists?
Dentists. They like have a really high suicide rate because they're always in people's mouths and shit, dude. It's
Yeah,
just
but
like,
they choose that
no, but
job.
imagine, I know they choose it, but imagine like every single day for like the last 50 years, you go in and you're like, oh, pus pocket, and it's like leaking, and then it's like, I mean, that's all gotta be a horrible job.
That does sound disgusting when you put it that way. I didn't realize how many pus pockets were going to be involved
don't
in
say
dentistry.
that shit.
And
Prayer your car
Whose
alarm.
car is that?
Glenn?
Whose chair is this? It's not my chair, not my problem. Is it your car?
My car doesn't sound like that. Although I've never heard my car alarm go off.
We'll try your keys.
They're not on me.
Get his keys.
Was that you, Prager?
Get it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Okay.
that was me.
All right, next story of the day. Cool search engine. Cool.
It's cool.
Cool. 2,341 people dug the story submitted by
Rapist.
Rajan.
Oh, rapist.
Rajanai Cruelty something.
Wow, that was pronounced correctly.
Thank you.
It blew my mind. That's exactly how it's pronounced.
Cruel launches a massive search engine with an index of 120 billion web pages, making them arguably the most comprehensive search engine on the web. Google doesn't come close to the size of their index, although they claim to know about 1 trillion unique pages. So here's the deal, new search engine. This is what makes it interesting. Yes, we've all heard of new search engines. They come out every 6 months.
Or 2 days.
Or 2 days. This is done by ex-Google search employees.
Ooh, that makes it interesting.
A bunch of people from Google got together. They said, okay, we're going to create something bigger, larger. Their index is larger. I'm going to type in Diggnation to see what comes up.
Okay.
I got to admit, on day one, first of all, autocomplete.
That's fine.
We've
That's
seen
very
that,
old
whatever. You click search, Diggnation. I had it on a 3-column list, so that's the default.
I like it.
The layout's a little different. First thing is our Wikipedia entry, so that makes sense.
Audio.
Second is audio. Doesn't
That
quite
doesn't
make sense.
It should be revision 3.
Revision 3 is the 4th entry, but here's what
but see, this is weird. This came up with me, which is it shows you the article at Wikipedia, and then it pulls up the article for deletion. So if anybody says, no matter what, for whatever reason, oh, this should be deleted, you will always get those 2 results from Wikipedia. And I had a hard time because I was like, oh man, what? My art, like this article's up for deletion? And it's like, no, it's just all it takes is one person to say, and it gets put into that category, and this thing pulls it.
Yeah. It's I mean, one of the things I do like, I'll say.
And also random episode.
Yeah, episode 57, I don't know.
So like that's the only thing it doesn't do Diggnation.com, it just does.
Well, the thing I will say that I like, okay, the search results still not doing it for me.
I mean, that's the same, that's the deal with search results.
Well, yeah, but
it's
I'm
never
not
going to be.
And I'm not a fan of the layout. I think the 3-column thing is a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want to go kind of left to right with my eyes on search results.
And these are not always
These are
great.
cool. I like this though.
Yeah, but like the ones that...
The category stuff is what I do like because, like, first of all, it knows that we're a podcast, right? So it gives us podcast award winners. It shows other related podcasts, right? It
Right.
shows
audio podcasts.
shows Tech TV because, you know, we relate to Tech TV. It shows
Right.
other people that are on Tech TV. It shows some stuff from Twitch, G4 hosts and staff.
Yeah, but
but it's weird that your
nobody
name's
on-
not even in
I
here
know,
at all.
and none of those are on G4. Like, none of those people are on G4 and staff anymore.
That is weird.
It's interesting.
Did you type in your name to see what happened?
Yeah, I think I did.
How were your results? Okay, now that's just horrible.
Right, yeah.